Hello beautiful people and welcome to Beautiful Design. My name is Sandra Diana. As you can see behind me, I am still very much in the midst of decorating for Halloween. Which brings us to today, which is day 10 of Boo It Yourself Countdown to Halloween, where I make a craft every single day for our Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween party. And today I am working on a very special Scarecrow.
Won't you please make way for a very special guy?
Our patio is going to serve as the entrance to Halloween Town, so this guy is pretty important, and here's how I'm going to make him. For today's craft, we need these wooden dowels, of course some scissors, junk mail, we're going to recycle that, possibly a couple of hangers. I don't know if this is going to work yet, but we might need a couple of wire hangers, which we were going to throw out anyway. Of course, the Scarecrow needs to wear something, so we got some clothes down here from the thrift store down the street. Raffia, because raffia is way easier to work with than hay. Hey. And then, of course, our Craft Smart paints that we love so much. Paintbrushes, a little utility knife from the dollar store, hot glue gun, and a little bit of duct tape. And this guy. I was so stoked to find this guy. And actually, I didn't find him. Chris, my fiance, did. We were at Michael's, and I was looking for something so that I could make the head of the Scarecrow. And I was going to pick up one of those craft pumpkins, which are gorgeous, even with everything on sale and coupons, for the proper size pumpkin and the tools. I think it was going to be like $16. But then Chris saw this guy with the jagged smiley face, which is almost an exact replica of the one from Nightmare Before Christmas. He was $8. He was on sale for 60% off. I got him for $3.10. So stoked. First thing I'm going to do is slap some paint on this puppy. Now the first thing I did was cut off the top here. And I cut it at an angle, making sure that I lifted the knife out with every single cut. That's for better control. And now that sits perfectly back on top without falling through. And because I learned my lesson with the Oogie Boogie door, I'm going to start painting from the inside out. While the first layer of paint is drying on the inside there and on the top, I'm going to figure out the proportions that I need for these clothes because they're clearly too big for a skinny Scarecrow. So you can see that I significantly narrowed this shirt. I got rid of the pockets. I literally just cut them off because it's okay. This is all raggedy looking. And then I only left 3 buttons, took the rest off. And since I want this to be a no-sew project, I just cut tabs on the side so that I can flip this inside out and tie these sides together. Now we have a very skinny shirt and equally skinny pants. You can see here. And now I'm just going to distress them. This is one very distressed Scarecrow. I'm going to turn my attention back to this pumpkin head and put a coat of spice-colored paint on the outside. You can see that this is actually a rather dark color. It looks more like a basketball than a pumpkin. But that's because I'm going to layer the orange spice with the pure pumpkin. So the pure pumpkin will go on top and it'll give a lot of depth to this pumpkin head. So while that's drying, I'm going to go over here and make the body using these dowels, a little bit of duct tape, junk mail, and some raffia. I'm going to use half of this raffia for the body, right by here because that's the visible point. And then I'm going to use the rest of this for the legs and the arms. And so what I did is I tied it off right here and I'm going to cut it on this side so that this all stays together. For the feet, I made 2 bunches of raffia pieces like this. I just tied it off, snipped it down, and then I stuffed the pant leg with it, like this, and I tied a piece of raffia around the top. It's as simple as that. Now the legs are going to be attached to the pole right about here. I took a wire hanger, and I bent the head down like this, so that it creates something of a kneecap. This is what it looks like when the hanger is in there. It creates a knee, a bend in the leg, and it's not attached anywhere, it's just stopped down here by the raffia foot. And now it's time for some recycling. I'm going to take some old junk mail and stuff both sides of the pants because I don't want to spend $8, $16, $24 on full price raffia when I can just stuff the pants with newspaper. And there we have a pair of Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas Scarecrow pants. You can see that what I did here is I split a hole in it because there happens to be one in the movie. And I tied it up here, and I tied it up here, and this is just the same kind of little bunch that I created here, and there's actually newspaper even still behind it, so I didn't have to use too much of it for stuffing the pants. And now that the pants are done, it's time to get back to painting that pumpkin head. That's one coat of purely pumpkin down and one to go. Now, Jack left me a present. Now it's time to work on the body of this sucker. Well, that was easy. I just found where the raffia bent here and looped it through. Added a little piece of raffia here on the inside to keep everything in place and tied it onto the stick right there. Now I'm going to put the shirt on and see what it looks like. That's not half bad. Gonna put the pants on now. Here is the first glimpse of the body of the Scarecrow. To attach the pants to the body, I duct taped it underneath that fabric. And then I just wrapped the fabric around. Dun, da, da. Now I gotta go back and put another coat of paint onto the pumpkin head. Time to attach the head.
And the head is attached to the rest of this glorious Scarecrow body. It is actually secured on with hot glue, and those arms right there, I went walking around the block and found a dried out tree branch and just stuck them on and tied him up with raffia. He is planted safely in one of our beautiful planters with our lilies down below him. Oh yeah, and I also created that Halloween town side above his head, which is also secured with hot glue. Took all of 5 minutes to make with a piece of cardboard, brown paint, and white paint. And he is all ready for Halloween.
Okay, so that one is done. It was a bit of a feat. Definitely needed 2 people. Chris had to help me out when I was trying to get the pants onto the stick and tied to the middle and all those things. But you know what? It was totally worth it. It came out really well. It's absolutely iconic of Nightmare Before Christmas, and it's one of the first things that our guests will see in our Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween party. And that concludes another day of Boot Yourself projects here at Beautiful Design. My name is Sandra Diana. Go ahead and follow me on all social media at Beautiful Design. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a beautiful moment. I got more projects coming up tomorrow, as well as the rest of our home Halloween makeover. Until next time, beautiful people. Have a beautiful day.